for that, and if you would like to be supportive, I would greatly appreciate that. And I'd also like to ask you a favor, if you could be helpful in getting the word out. If you're enjoying these videos, then please share them with your friends and let people know. I'd like to get this out to a larger audience, and I would love to hear your feedback. I asked some questions in the last video about how you connect with Jerusalem, and I was really glad to receive some feedback on that, and I'd love to hear some more. So today I hope to be able to tape 2 video tours. One is going to be walking from Shar Shechem, Bab el Amud, the Damascus Gate, towards the Western Wall Plaza, and another one will be on the Temple Mount. And if I have time, I'll get a third one about the Western Wall. So stay tuned and enjoy. Be well. All right, we are at the Damascus Gate. Just a second, we're going to be walking down the steps. See how this works with the steps, if it's not too bouncy. I hope not. And here we go. The Damascus Gate is the largest entrance to the old city of Jerusalem, coming from the north. It's actually the largest, the greatest of the gates of the old city of Jerusalem. And this gate, if we go to the west from this gate, we would be walking up Rehov HaNevi'im, the Prophet Street, and we've actually already done some walks along the Prophet Street. So if you have missed those, you can go back into my timeline and check out those videos. I was hoping to do another video today. At the Via Delorosa, the road. Now I'm lost at words. I'll remember it in English. Which is an important site for Christian pilgrims, but I just don't think that we're going to have enough time today. So we will do with 2 or 3 videos. We are now walking. We've walked through the Damascus Gate. I'm going to spin around so you can see the Damascus Gate from inside the old city of Jerusalem. Here you can see the Damascus Gate, which is also called Bab el Amud, the gate of the pillar. And there was at one time actually a pillar here at the gate, inside the gate, because the road from inside the gate divides into 2. One to the right of us, which is called the Olive Press Road, and the one that we are walking down, which is called HaGai. Or, just a second, I stepped on something that stuck on my sandal. El Wad. This road in Arabic is called El Wad, and both of them mean the same thing. This is the valley, the road of the valley, because we are in between 2 hills. The western hill, which is Mount Zion, or the Jewish quarter, and the eastern hill, which is Mount Moriah, and this road goes between the 2 of them. So it is called the Valley Road. And you can see that it's very quiet now because we are actually in the morning hours. It's about 8:15 in the morning. So the shops have not really opened up yet. and it's just very quiet. Now I'm seeing that we're good on time. I did want to do the Via Delorosa, the road of the suffering of Jesus. But I'm not going to do that today because I'm in a rush to get to the Jewish quarter to go to the mikveh, which is the ritual bath before I go up to the Temple Mount, as is customary in the Jewish tradition. So I need to hurry to get to the Jewish quarter on time, but I will do this Via Delorosa at another opportunity, maybe even today. You can see this young woman taking a photograph of the cat, and this is at one of the stations of the Via Delorosa. Do you see that the round circle is marking on the floor, marks one of the stations of the Via Delorosa, and you can see here the Austrian hospice, and you can see the name of the street, the Via Delorosa. This is the third station, you can see, and the third station is very close to the fourth station. Here, this is the fourth station on the Via Delorosa, but today's tour is not about the Via Delorosa. And if you see here in between, you see the stones on the floor. We'll talk about that more. You can see they're very large stones, which are ancient. They were lifted up in archaeological excavation and brought to the surface so pilgrims and tourists could enjoy the scenery of the ancient floors that aren't actually from the 1st century. They might be from the 5th century or the 6th century, but still they are very ancient, so it's interesting. And here is a yeshiva, is a Jewish house of study called Ateret Kohanim, which is one of the only places, one of the only synagogues that was preserved during the time that the Jordanians controlled the old city of Jerusalem. I'm slowing down now after I realized that I really ran through the first part, and I would rather take this slower to get a better perspective of the road that we are walking through. Again, this road in Arabic is called El Wad, and in Hebrew is called HaGai, and both of them refer to the valley that the road goes along from the northern gate, the Shar Shechem, all the way to the southern gate, the Shar HaAshpot, the Dung Gate, which is just south of the Western Wall. And we are not far from the Western Wall, but we'll take a detour on today's walk and walk up to the Jewish quarter, which is on the western hill of the mountain. Remember that we said that this road, Rehov HaGai, goes along the valley to the east of us, which is to our left, is Mount Moriah, and to the west of us, which is to our right, is Mount Zion. And the valley goes between, and this road goes along the valley. So just before we reach the HaGai tunnel which leads into the Western Wall, we will turn off. First, we'll take a detour. We're almost there. We're going to turn off to the left, and then right again, and then we will be on the chain road, the Rachov HaShalshelet. Again, this tour is in the Old City of Jerusalem, within the walls of the Old City of Jerusalem. And we are walking from the north to the south. This is the Cotton Merchants Road, and the gate in front of us is one of the gates to the Temple Mount. And this road is called El Khaladia Ascent. The structure in front of us to the left, this beautiful gate, is not actually a gate, it's like a water fountain. It's not in use now. It was established during the Mameluke period, the later Muslim period, and it's a water fountain that was established in order to provide drinking water for residents and guests coming through Jerusalem at that time. Here just ahead of us is the HaGai tunnel. We're on the HaGai Street, and this tunnel leads into the Western Wall. There's a security check here. There are actually 4 in the entrance to the Western Wall, but we are going to turn off to the left. We're not going to go into the Western Wall now. We will come back later. To the left of us, there's a synagogue that was destroyed during the Jordanian control of the Old City of Jerusalem and was rebuilt some 20 years ago, 15 or 20 years ago. It's called Ohel Yitzchak. We'll visit there one day and take a look at the very beautiful restored synagogue. This little path that we're taking, I'm pretty sure it has no name, but we'll check when we get to the top and see if there's a sign. I haven't seen a name for this path. And here in front of us is the chain gate, which is another one of the entrances to the Temple Mount on the western side, on the Western Wall. On this road, the chain road, the chain gate is behind us. There are a number of Mameluke structures that were built in the 13th century. This is the Khalidi Library, the 14th century. You can see the very beautiful architecture with the mix of red and white stones and other very beautiful elements of the Mameluke buildings. And there's another one just across the street. You can see. And many of these structures were built as tombs for important Muslim leaders or figures at that time. And here is another one. These are 800-year-old buildings in the Old City of Jerusalem, currently on the Chain Road. We're going to turn here into the Jewish Quarter. And from this courtyard, which is part of a Talmud Torah, a school for boys. From this courtyard, we can look and see, just a second, the Western Wall and the Temple Mount. Here you see the Western Wall below us, and you can see the ramp that leads into the Temple Mount and the Al-Aqsa Mosque. And also interesting to see the Moroccan flags here. And of course there's a story behind that I'll expand on in another tour. Here you can see the Dome of the Rock. We are now in the Jewish quarter of the old city of Jerusalem. There's a Jewish quarter, a Muslim quarter, an Armenian quarter, and a Muslim quarter. The Muslim quarter is the largest. The Armenian quarter is the smallest. And so they're not divided actually in fourths. They're just called quarters, or in Hebrew it's called rova. And most of these neighborhoods are, although they are identified by the different ethnic groups or religious groups, most of them are not exclusively resided by people of those same groups. But most do have a larger presence of, aside from the Armenian quarter, which is very small, and that's only Armenians. But in the other quarters, you'll find Jews and Muslims and Christians. I hope that this video came out all right as far as the bouncing around, because I'm not using a stabilizer. I'm just using a selfie stick. So I hope that the camera is doing its work to keep this stable enough to be enjoyable. And as always, I look forward to hearing your input on the video and the tour, and feel free to ask any questions about or add any comments about what we've seen here today.